Ahoy and welcome. I am Lee the Pirate Tester, and I am recording this for March's Ministry of Testing's blogging club, which is a lot to try and say at once. But as I'm enjoying doing these videos more, I wanted to do it as a vlog rather than a traditional written blog. Their theme for this month is blank is an underappreciated skill in testing. Underrated skill, even, not an underappreciated, underrated skill in testing. And for me, as the title will give it away, pairing is an underrated skill in testing and in development and wider in IT. The reason I could see it being an underrated skill is it can help you learn how another tester works. You can get an insight as to how they might try to test something. So it could be very good when you're new to testing. Conversely, if you're quite experienced with testing, it can be a good way to share your experience and how you test something, why you would test something, the approaches you would go, even little things like keyboard shortcuts or browser plugins you might have that you take for granted because you've been using them for so long. But it's also underrated because it's a great way to work with developers. It's something I've been doing where I will get them to show me something they're working on so I can have a look at it whilst they're still building it. So if something looks off, even if it's the case is off on in the start of a sentence, or the color is wrong, or wondering why they're ordering one way and not the other, it means that they can change it potentially whilst you're pairing with them, which is fantastic to see. It's like magic where you can go, this doesn't seem right, and they go, bear with me, click, clack, clack, and suddenly it's fixed. It's tremendous. It also helps the developers get an idea of what you're looking for, and it's just much faster way to get responses. So if you're not pairing with other testers or with other devs, I would encourage you to give it a go. There's different ways you can pair. A method I'm a fan of is can be difficult, especially in a remote age, is what's known as strong style pairing, where one person they might have questions, ideas, proposing a solution, but they're not the one controlling the keyboard. They have to explain what they want to do to the person who is using the keyboard, so often known as like a navigator and driver. And it allows you to say, okay, I want you to click on this button, I want you to go to that page, I want you to do something here. And they get to understand what you're doing, because if you can't explain clear enough what you're trying to do, then there might be a gap in your understanding. It can help you improve your communication skills. If you're new to using something, you don't have to worry about how something works, because someone can be telling you, you need to go here, press this button, do this thing. And you can clarify, like, okay, why do I need to press here? What does this do? But it's built on trust, because you shouldn't be saying, no, that's wrong. When you're the driver, you trust the navigator to be putting you into things. And you can have it where you then swap around and try and do different bits and pieces. Because sometimes with pairing, it can just be you're watching, and if they're doing both the driving and navigating role, so they're coming up with ideas and making it happen, you might feel like your time is being wasted and you're just watching, which can happen. And if people have had a bad experience of pairing, that is might be what they think pairing is like, and it is, like so many things, a bad example, not the only example. So if you take anything away from this, it would be pair up with other testers, pair up with other developers. It could be pairing up with all sorts of other roles. You might want to pair up with a business analyst or a DBA to be like, right, this is how I'm interpreting your requirements. This is how I'm querying your database. These are things I'm looking for. And you can get those feedback. You can get that, ask those questions. It can help everyone understand better. So, yeah, I would love to find out what people are doing that, what they think is underrated. If you are using pairing, please let me know how it's going. If you've never paired on something, let me know why. Is it down to you've got no appetite? Is it because other people you work with have no appetite? you just don't like the idea of working that closely with other people and you like being your own little island, which is fine. I wouldn't want to force people to do it. But if you haven't tried it and want to give it a go, try and find a way. Hope this has been insightful. Thanks very much.